His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a written letter from the President of Germany, Dr. Frank-Walter Steinmeier. The letter touched on the strong and historical Bahraini-German relations, ways to enhance cooperation between the two countries, and issues of common interest. The letter was delivered to His Majesty the King by the German ambassador to Bahrain, Clemens Hach, during his reception at Safriya Palace. His Majesty affirmed the depth of Bahraini-German ties and their distinction in many areas of cooperation in light of the two countries' keenness to strengthen and develop them for the benefit of their people. His Majesty expressed appreciation for the German President's efforts in consolidating Bahraini-German relations. He also commended Germany's active role in supporting efforts to achieve peace, stability, and prosperity in the region and the world. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Honorary President of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, the RHF, issued a royal order to disperse the Ramadan financial support for all families sponsored by the RHF, which is part of His Majesty's initiatives on the occasion of the advent of the holy month of Ramadan. His Majesty directed the RHF to follow up on the order to help families meet their needs during the holy month. The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, expressed thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the King, which reflects His Majesty's keenness to provide high living standards for these families and meet their needs. The RHF Secretary General, Sheikh Ali bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, praised His Majesty's order to support more than 11,000 people and hailed His Majesty's keenness to disperse this support for the holy month. He affirmed the RHF's keenness to diversify its services to beneficiaries in implementation of the directives of His Majesty the King. He affirmed that the RHF completed all procedures to deposit the support to the beneficiaries. The First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received the Manama to Riyadh Challenge team, which ran from Manama to Masmak Fortress in Riyadh for over 400 kilometers on the occasion of Saudi Founding Day. His Highness Sheikh Khalid hailed the initiative, which was launched by Dr. Muhammad Abdul Qadir, Abdullah Al Eid, Hamad Al Ajmi, Fahad Al Yahya, and Abdullah Damar, who also participated in the initiative. The team achieved the initiative's goals, which embody the strong fraternal ties between Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. His Highness stated that the initiative reflects the determination of the Bahraini youth who ran 400 kilometers in 5 days, affirming that the team deserves all praise and appreciation. He commended the team's achievement and their efforts to achieve the initiative's goals. He expressed pleasure with the team's return to Bahrain safely following their long journey. His Highness honored the organizers and participants in the initiative, which reflects the deep fraternal ties between the two kingdoms, with the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. He expressed appreciation for the team's efforts to make the initiative a success, wishing them further success in their future initiatives. The Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Ahmed Al-Msalem, met with the member of the Bahraini Brazil Parliamentary Group, Federal Deputy Paolo Belinsky, and the accompanying delegation upon their visit to the kingdom in the presence of Brazil's ambassador to Bahrain, Adriano Silva Pucci. The Speaker affirmed Bahrain's keenness to enhance Bahrain-Brazil relations in various sectors, praising the strong relations between the two friendly countries and peoples. He emphasized the importance of parliamentary support for joint projects and programs to achieve joint goals and interests. Al-Msalem praised Brazil for its support for humanitarian issues, particularly the Palestinian cause, and its efforts to promote just peace in the region. The Speaker of the Representatives Council, Ahmed Al-Msalem, received the Secretary General of the International Parliamentary Union, Martin Chugong, and the Senior Advisor to the IPU, Secretary General Ambassador Mukhtar Umar, on the occasion of their visit to Bahrain. The Speaker hailed the cooperation with the IPU, affirming Bahrain's keenness on activating Bahraini parliamentary diplomacy internationally and strengthening partnership between the two sides. During the meeting, joint programs, development of bilateral projects, and parliamentary topics were discussed. The IPU Secretary General hailed Bahrain's achievements in diplomatic work and the parliamentary field, as well as the development of witnesses in all fields with the support of His Majesty the King and the follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He commended the contributions of Bahrain's parliamentary division in supporting the development of the work approach in the IPU. The Chairman of the Shura Council, Ali Saleh, received the Secretary General of the International Parliamentary Union, Martin Chugong. Saleh affirmed that the partnership and cooperation with the IPU contribute to enriching parliamentary work and exchanging successful legislative experiences. He hailed the IPU's keenness on holding parliamentary seminars, conferences, and meetings specialized in discussing topics of common interest among world countries. He noted that Bahrain's success in hosting the 146th IPU Assembly was a result of the support of His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He stated that the legislative authority in Bahrain is keen on supporting parliamentary dialogues and gives considerable importance to participation in IPU conferences and events. His Highness the Southern Governor, Sheikh Khalifa bin Ali bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, launched the 7th edition of the Majlat Al Khair initiative by distributing nearly 2,000 boxes coinciding with the advent of the holy month of Ramadan. His Highness asserted that the Governorate is keen to launch a series of community initiatives during Ramadan, and this initiative was one of the first initiatives that achieved continuous success. He also clarified that the initiative was able to achieve success in charitable and community work, as the Governorate prioritizes partnership with the people, noting that the volunteer teams have proven through the efforts and supervision of the employees of the Southern Governorate their desired role in serving the goals of this initiative through the participation of the private sector such as Ibrahim Khalil Kano Company and the involvement of volunteers and the Basmat Khair Association. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications, Mohammed Al-Kaabi, met with the Egyptian Minister of Communications and Information Technology, Dr. Amro Tal'at, on the sidelines of the Mobile World Congress held in Spain. Al-Kaabi affirmed the depth of Bahraini-Egyptian relations, expressing aspiration to enhance cooperation in the communications and information technology sectors. The meeting discussed the importance of cooperation in supporting innovation and activating the role of modern technologies to enhance the pace of digital transformation in both countries. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications, Mohammed Al-Kaabi, met the President of Public Affairs and Corporate Communications of Huawei Middle East, Chun Li Wang. The minister affirmed that cooperation with leading international companies such as Huawei reflects Bahrain's strategy to develop digital transformation. He noted that Bahrain's commitment to developing an advanced technological infrastructure that contributes to achieving strategic goals and highlighted the kingdom's position as a leading technology center in the region. The Ministry of Tourism, in cooperation with the Bahrain International Circuit, government bodies and private sector, completed all its preparations to organize the 2024 Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix. The Minister of Tourism, Fatma Sayrafi, affirmed that the Formula One race constitutes a major element of the success of the Kingdom's tourism strategy 2022-2026. She added that the event achieved over 2 decades notable tourism benefits, with doubling occupancy rates and strengthening the supporting sectors. The BIC CEO, Sheikh Salman bin Isa Al Khalifa, said that Bahrain is celebrating 2 decades of success this year in organizing one of the largest sporting events in the world. He expressed pride in the leadership of the BIC and its ability to host a huge sporting event and top the agenda of the World Championship as the first race of the season. Since the establishment of the Economic Development Board in 2000, it's worked to implement a number of major initiatives that raised the national economy's level of performance and contributed to attracting investments to Bahrain over the years. The board has focused on increasing economic competitiveness and productivity and creating a skilled workforce in Bahrain. The government worked closely with business companies and regulatory bodies to find investment opportunities that enhance the business environment in Bahrain and create optimal economic conditions. Bahraini delegations in all forums sought to attract investments and sign agreements and MOUs to strengthen Bahrain's status on the global investment map. The health sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain is characterized by its continuous development, as this sector has been able to continuously increase its capacity in accordance with the latest international standards. The infrastructure of health services and care provided in the Kingdom of Bahrain has enabled this sector to continuously develop and provide the latest technologies in the field of medicine and treatment to serve the community and maintain its health and safety. The Kingdom was able to enhance this sector by increasing the number of hospitals and health centers, developing laboratories, increasing the number of examinations and surgeries, in addition to reducing waiting time and developing smart applications for appointments and monitoring results. The chairman of the Shura Council of Saudi Arabia, Sheikh Dr. Abdullah bin Mohammed Al Sheikh, received Speaker of the Arab Parliament Adil Assoumi and his accompanying delegation, which reflects the fraternal relations between the Council and the Arab Parliament. They praised the deep and historical relations between Saudi Arabia and Bahrain in all fields and at all levels. Al Assoumi praised the pioneering parliamentary diplomacy led by the Saudi Shura Council, which comes within the framework of strengthening relations with brotherly and friendly countries and defending Arab issues. The chairman praised the role of the Arab Parliament in serving the interests of the Arab nation and defending their issues in a way that serves the interests of the Arab people.